All right, so how's it going, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. So in this video, I want to go over scalping and why I prefer to be a scalper over more of a long-term swing trader. So if you guys are new to the channel, please give us a subscribe and thumbs up for if this is the sort of content you guys like to watch here on YouTube. So as a scalper, I know there's some obvious upsides and downsides to scalping, but the reason I'm a scalper is more of a, I guess my just character or personality. I really can't hold on to positions for too long, and I think that comes from when I first started trading and I was extremely underfunded, and I just couldn't hold positions for too long, and that sort of just carried along through as I progressed as a trader. So you know, one of the upsides, I guess the more obvious upsides to scalping is that you're limited to any market exposure or market volatility, and you simply could just sleep better at night. As I mentioned before, my accounts when I first started trading were extremely underfunded, and I was constantly checking my account, at 3, 4 in the morning, just waking up, just nervous, and that's just a sign that you're underfunded, you're trading too much size, and that sort of just carried along that sort of feeling uh, just carried over to where I am today as a trader. So. Um, I just can't hold on to positions for too long. I never hold overnight, and I just sleep much better at night, and it's just a healthier mentality, in my opinion. Um, Now, some of the downsides of scalping is commissions. They do add up depending on the frequency of your trades. Um, they're definitely going to add up depending on which product you're going to trade, especially trading the micros. They're not really intended for scalping. Uh, in my opinion, they're more just to sort of get your feet wet into trading and understanding how the markets work, and just you know honing your skills and your strategy. So that's one of the downsides to scalping. And one of the other downsides is that you can potentially miss out on bigger swings. So if you guys have seen my videos in the past, um, I'm usually out within the first minute or two of the trade. Not even I've never had I barely have trades where I'm in there for more than 5, 10 minutes. And if I am, it's just a position where the market hasn't gone against me too much. Um, I still feel like I'm wrong in that trade. The market hasn't gone against me too much, so I'm still in there, and I'm just hoping that it'll go back in my favor, and I could scalp out for some sort of profit. But I'm usually in and out of the trade within the first minute or two. All right, so in this example, I'm going to show you two trades here. Um, so I started trading. This is what, about 30 minutes into the market. All right, so when I obviously have some levels here marked up um, from the prior day session, the open, we have an obvious line of support here around this between this 82 and 81, which is this white line here. So I was already anticipating some kind of bounce here. All right, and we're just playing this in real time. So I was already anticipating some kind of bounce here. And right now all I'm doing is just paying attention to the information that I'm getting on the depth of market here. So we have someone reloading here at 81.25. So we got that, a nice wave of selling. We got a nice snap to the downside, but there was an obvious, buyer here just reloading. So at this point, I'm just thinking we could potentially scalp for a few ticks. I put my stop right below where sellers failed to hit into aggressively. Only 4 hit into that 80.75. So at this point, I'm already looking to, the market has gone in my favor a few ticks. I'm already looking to exit this trade. And depending on the sort of methods or tools that you use for scalping, in this example, I'm using Jigsaw. That's my tool of choice. So I put my stop here at 83, and as I see buyers hitting into that 83, I'm going to quickly take out this order to exit one of my contracts, simply because I'm expecting the market I'm expecting buyers to take 83 bid and potentially move this market higher. So you're going to see me quickly take this order as they're hitting into it. So there's 186, 106, 85, and then I took it out. So that didn't close out my position. I seeing that buyers were hitting into that, I quickly took out I canceled my order to sell, and now I still have, I was able to get an extra 2 or 3 ticks out of that. And at this point, I'm seeing that buyers are just struggling to really lift this market aggressively. We're approaching the overnight VPOC here. This could potentially reject, and we could test lower. But I see if I notice that buyers are really struggling to lift the market, it just shows some sign of weakness. So at this point, I'm exiting my trade. I'm not going to let my stop trigger. I'm going to just exit, market exit here. So I got out of that trade, sensing weakness from buyers. And now here, now we're getting a wave of, another wave of selling here, where we previously tested lower here. So as a buyer, I'm not, if you're long in this situation, you don't really want to see the market retesting these lows here. And at some point, once I sense that sellers are in control, that's when I sort of chase this trade a little bit, but let me just fast forward this here. Again, buyers are not aggressively able to lift the market and retest these higher levels up here. So I'm at this point, my bias is to go short. And I had drawn this box here just for reference. Again, we're just trading in this level here. Buyers can't really test these upper levels here. This is more of a bearish indicator. And right there, that's when the market snaps. So at this point, we break below this box, and I'm looking to get short, and we're retesting the prior day VPOC here. So as I mentioned before, one of the downsides is that you miss potential, as a scalper, you miss potential larger swings, larger profit. So I mean, it's something that's just, you have to learn to accept. So I get out of this trade fairly early, and I miss out on a much bigger move. And as a scalper, that's just something that you just learn to accept over time. You never 100% know where the market is going, what could be happening. That's just something, this actual exit in my part was more of a, I shouldn't have exited the trade on this. There wasn't really enough, I didn't really see enough resistance from buyers to really hold this market up. So it was more of a, wasn't the best exit. I could have held this out for a little longer, but as a scalper, you just learn to accept that, and you just have to deal with these larger moves here that do end up happening when you have already exited your trade. So, all right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was more of just to cover you know, my reason for being a scalper, and why I prefer to be a scalper, and just showing a couple examples of scalping. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you aren't, please subscribe and leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I always do my best to get back to you guys. All right, so take care, you guys. Until next time.